Why do we resist occupations and titles in the feminine gender? Why do we find the principle of economy of language the most important? What is behind our justification that we are used to speaking in a certain way? Why is učiteljica, female teacher, a normal word, and psihologinja, female psychologist, an abnormal word? Why do we think that biologinja and kriminologinja, female biologist and female criminologist, are not in the spirit of our language, but nerodkinja and prvorodkinja, nullipara and primipara are? Can language be sexist? Social linguistics, pragmalinguistics, and stylistics answered these questions as the critical and feminist linguistics. Gender-sensitive language implies that positions, professions, occupations, titles, workplaces of women are stated in the feminine grammatical gender. If this is so simple and self-explanatory, why is it that answers of employees of higher education institutions to the questions, what do you think about gender-sensitive language, included, inter alia, the following? Language is not important, the essence is important. Gender-sensitive language is violence against language. Some words in the feminine gender are difficult to pronounce, they are strange and not in the spirit of our language. Gender-sensitive language is the realization of gender equality in written and spoken language. Gender equality in language is attained when everyone is made visible. Avoiding sex and gender-based discrimination starts with language, as the systematic use of gender-biased terminology influences attitudes and expectations and could, in the mind of the reader or listener, help perpetuate a stereotyped view of women's and men's roles. Only with knowledge we can break our prejudices about what is normal, economical, or implied in the language we speak. If we know that the grammar structure of Bosnian, Croatian, Serbian, Montenegrin language, where words have to be in congruence by their gender and number, requires us to use gender-sensitive language. Why is there so much resistance in using the terms in feminine gender for professions, occupations, vocation, job titles, or workplaces of women? It will be possible to overcome this barrier once we realize that we not only think by language, but we also change the language by thinking, and that language and reality are intertwined. In addition to being absolutely grammatically justified and necessary for the clarity of speech, gender-sensitive language is also a societal issue, one of the visibilities of women's work. Using gender-sensitive language is just the beginning of attaining gender equality, as there is no reason for women to be invisible in language or be implied in the masculine nouns. Gender-sensitive language should be introduced into everyday linguistic practices, into dictionaries, grammars, textbook, internal documents, and in general into written and spoken communication in educational institutions.